Here are the horoscopes for the 29th of October to the 4th of November 2018. This is a very big week as Jupiter heads towards the end of his tour through Scorpio, getting ready to leave and go into Sagittarius on the 8th, and Sagittarius is home ground for Jupiter. So before Jupiter goes home, it's all about looking back over the whole year since last November to see the journey of expansion that we've been on. We've learnt so much. Jupiter likes to clear the way and travel deeply, and Scorpio is our deep subconscious, what lies beneath the surface, both personally and as a society. So there has been much research, there's been much discovered, much revelation, and that heightens over the next week and a half as everything is brought out to light. So on Monday we have Mercury and Jupiter travelling together, right into the depths of Scorpio, like I say. And for this one I feel, if we let intuition be the light that guides us and reason be the staff that supports us, then we're really going to get to the depths of everything that's been going on and of who we are as well. So the final strides, clearing out everything that's been going on in the subconscious that's been weighing us down or attracting to us, or negativity to be resolved. So this is a very brave journey, it's the hero's journey, and well worth tidying up those final details this week as we have all of this stellar energy with us. The reason for this is that anything that is lowering our vibration, anything that we're hanging on to, emotional baggage, ancestral lineal stuff as well. There's lots of people reporting that they're actually experiencing things that aren't theirs, but are coming up through their ancestral line to be cleared once and for all. And this is a very big week to do that work too. So if you're feeling anything that your family, really your ancestral line has brought through history, and that's not yours and that's ready to go, then it's not easy, but this is the week to really travel deep into that and to have some releasing mechanisms and rituals as well. And this is all happening for a reason, because as we get clear inside, as we get lighter, then our true vibration can amplify, and this is what's going to happen when Jupiter goes over that threshold into Sagittarius. Our true vibration will receive that amplification, will have the space to move and to grow, and it really will be the case that we just need to be who we are rather than carry all these narratives and stories with us, because we are foremost vibrational beings, and then that's manifested on the physical plane. But up until now we've been carrying a lot of physical baggage, and this is a really sacred opportunity to let go of all of that and to just start to live from that place of your true vibration. We're in an age now where it's our unique vibration that will contribute to the collective consciousness, and knowing ourselves and shining our individual light independently is what we're here to contribute. So on Monday, take that conscious mind, take the sage Jupiter, and have a look at any last bits that are hanging around in the depths, but possibly that you've inherited over lifetimes, that you're holding in the cells of your body. Beliefs, fear, grief, anxiety, all of these things, and question whether they're yours and whether you're going to be taking those forwards. And can you live a more simpler and expansive life? Mercury is all about the mind, and the mind has been twisted up with various untruths, and if we hold on to an untruth we kind of embody it really. So on Tuesday there's a sense of truth coming back, and we hear a lot in this day and age people saying, oh, I'm going to speak my truth. But there is no his or her truth, there's only one truth. Real truth is universal. So personal truth can change over time, it's perspective, it's belief. But anything that's not rooted firmly in the foundations of fundamental knowing is just fleeting. So by Tuesday we can take that mercurial sharp mind and inspect truth. What are we believing? What are we holding to be true? And is it actually true? You could look at your life and see how you've changed over time. And what you thought was true 10 years ago is no longer true for you now. And with the Uranus retrograde, it's time to be independent thinkers, and it's time to break free from any mental mind control. Because by Wednesday, Mercury strides boldly into Sagittarius. So that's the digging around done. That's everything brought up from the subconscious, and now there's an outpouring of honesty, where the real truth will be revealed. It's often a lot simpler than all the stories that we've made up in order that we can try and believe something that we want to believe. The truth often comes out like a blast and is actually blatantly there and won't take any twists and turns for our own personal perspective and need. Wednesday is also a great time to listen. I feel we're living in an information age where everybody's speaking, but what's happened to listening? And on Wednesday, those who listen have a chance of learning great and deep secrets. Then for the end of the week, we're on a retrospective, reflecting back over the summer. Venus is retrograding back from Scorpio into Libra, and over the autumn, really, we've had a chance to glance into the mirror of Venus, to look at our relationship to ourselves and others. And what came up earlier in the autumn is now ready to be changed. We should be relating more freely now, more soulfully now, fully accepting ourselves and loving ourselves and allowing others to be truly themselves as well. And this goes beautifully because with all that Mercury and Jupiter energy in Scorpio, we're actually getting to get rid of the fake self and anchor and flow with the real self. So as we do that work with ourselves, then we're actually being able to relate with others from a place of integrity and honesty. So a retrospective there with Venus retrograde and Uranus retrograde, opposite each other, calling us for that heart honesty, that genuine self-acceptance, getting rid of the fake personality story and standing in our own true light. So as Jupiter heads towards Sagittarius, that will be on the 8th of November, there's a general ramping up of everything. Everything's escalating at the moment towards the 11th of November. That's a crescendo date for me, from what I'm seeing here. We've done most of the work, but like I say, just attending to final details to prepare for that amplification from the space that we've created from having this grand clear out, like a clearance sale. Everything must go so that we can stand in that space, and there will be an amplification that's coming forwards from the 11th of November onwards. Whatever we're transmitting, that's the frequency that we're receiving back on. So obviously the purer and the higher the vibration that you are, that will then affect how you will be attracting and living going forwards. So we're finishing up an old cycle. We're finishing up a 1-year cycle with Jupiter in Scorpio, but also a 12-year personal cycle, as it was 12 years ago that Jupiter was last home in Sagittarius. Tending to details, making amends, acknowledging how much we've learned as we've been on a deep research journey. Now we're going to learn how to apply that knowledge. Feels like a spiritual death and rebirth, and this is also happening around the time of Samhain or Halloween, which is the time of death and rebirth. So we can really engage this season with all of these stellar energies and rebirth ourselves fresh, clean, pure, and ready for that amplification. So we're nearly there. I know things are very intense, especially with this ancestral depth charge that's coming up, but just apply ourselves every day with that conscious mind like a sharp sword, uprooting any last dregs that are in our subconscious and connecting wholeheartedly with our true vibration, as life should get a lot simpler from here on in. So if you'd like to know where any of this is happening for you, if you'd like to have any assistance, then I do have one-to-one readings and empowerment coaching where we can deprogram the mind, uncondition the heart, and get back to alignment with our pure vibration. And that's what your astrology chart is. It shows you your vibrational signature. I also have a workshop on the 31st working with the moon cycles, and that's in Kensington. So if you'd like a more soulful way to celebrate Halloween, then do come along to that, and I'll show you how to realign to spiral time. And it's a great practice because every month there's things that we can do at the right time. We can bring things up and release them at the right time so that we're not letting things build up and having to deal with everything at once. So working with the moon cycles is a simple technique that you can apply going forwards, where you're doing your own housework every month. I'd also like to put a shout out to any centres or groups that would like to book me for my What's in the Stars 2019 talk. It's a 1.5 hour talk on everything that's coming up in the coming year, or at least an overview of, and a time for Q&A at the end. So I am bookable for that talk in January if you're part of a centre or group that would appreciate that. So if you'd like to get in contact with me, my Facebook is at AstroZo, my Instagram at ZoeHines7. All my offerings are on my website www.astrozo.com, and if you'd like to contact me with any questions or to make an appointment, my email is zoehines7@gmail.com. So those are the horoscopes this week, and I'll see you next week.